What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And this one I want to give you guys a very quick update. Just know that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And then don't forget about my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 30. So what's happening with the markets? We got this market-wide sell-off today after some big news came out from the White House. NIO is resilient. It's only down 0.2% despite the fact that Tesla's down 15%, Nvda is down 5%, and we're seeing our indices and ETFs down between 2.6 and 3.8% so far. So what's happening? I just want to mention that as the whole market's in the red, NIO has been showing some resilience because the price price ratio is going up, and we're only down 0.2%, which is very minimal compared to the other stocks out there. They're giving their ET9 a lot of attention right now, but I'm not really seeing any other major updates. And the reason why the market sold off involves some things that Donald Trump has said. So we're in this environment where there's a lot of fear about the economy. Donald Trump is increasing more and more tariffs. And then you guys have to keep that in mind. That's been what's affecting us for the last couple of weeks. And then on top of this, on top of the tariffs that are coming out, Donald Trump did mention that there's going to be a period of transition coming as recessionary fears are rising. He did not explicitly say that there's going to be a full-blown recession, but he is saying that that is a possibility. And he has suggested a recession is more than possible, especially for this year. When asked about recessionary risks, he said that he hates to predict things like this. There's a period of transition because what we're doing is very big. We're bringing wealth back to America. That's a big thing. But there's always periods of it takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time, but I think it should be great for us. I mean, I think it should be great. So that's what Donald Trump said. So that led to a lot of recessionary fears, right? Especially as things are developing. There's going to be a period of transition, as Donald Trump said it, and the market sold off amidst these recessionary fears. Now, we're not officially in one according to the data that's being presented to us. Not saying it's all 100% accurate, but that's what's ahead of us. So we have to kind of like accept that. But there's still a lot of fear amidst this, especially with more tariffs potentially coming out and a lot more economic fears. So keep that in mind. I also want to add that we have the JOLTS job openings report for tomorrow before market open. Then we have on a Wednesday our very important CPI report, so watch for that very closely. Besides that, we have Oracle announcing earnings later on today. On Tuesday, we have Kohl's and Dick's Sporting Goods. Then we have more earnings, which are going to be very important. The fear and greed index is currently at extreme fear. Momentum is at extreme fear. So are other factors such as the put to call option ratio. And then volatility is also exploding right now, which is not a good sign. So for now, everything is bearish. There's no sign of a bounce yet. We could be looking for a little dip on NIO, especially as we hit this support right here. We're going to be watching to see if we bounce off this, but I'm going to be looking for 4.4 to 4.3 to be where we dip to. But as far as the market goes, we remain bearish. There's no true sign of a bounce yet, unless we get back above 570 on SPY. We're still looking bearish for now. So I could be looking for another dip move, but we are still forming a bullish divergence. That suggests that there could be a bounce in the future, a big one, but we're not there yet. Okay, the chart does not show it yet. Until we start breaking our resistances, we are still looking bearish. The QQQ needs to get back above 480. I would like to see it bounce back above 480, but for now, we still remain bearish. We could be retesting the 460s all over again, especially that 468 area. So we could be looking for a retest of the lows. We still look relatively weak. I think weakness perpetuates. We need to see a bounce back above 480 for us to try some kind of rebound. The Russell's still weak. We're barely holding 200. If that fails us, we're looking for 197. We're barely holding on to support right now. Unfortunately, we're looking even more bearish. ES is barely holding 5,600. We got to hold that to bounce. If not, 5550 could be our next potential target. So I could be looking for a little bit more downside. So we'll see if we hold support. NQ is looking bearish. We're going to be looking to see if 19,000 holds or not. If it does not hold, 19,250, then eventually 19,000 is coming next. We're still bearish until we get back above, I would say at least 19,600. We could show some signs of hope, but we remain more bearish. Bitcoin looks like it wants to continue to downtrend. We're still very weak. We're trying to base around the 77,000 area, so we'll see if we hold there. Nvidia is on a downtrend, looking for 105. If that fails us, we're looking for the low 100s. 102, then 100 are likely coming. Tesla's on a big downtrend. We came all the way down to fill the second gap at 218. If that does not hold, we're looking for 212, then eventually 205 is going to be likely coming, then 200. So those are three supports to watch for. We're still dumping, so we could be dipping a little bit more. We're continuing to dump really hard because we're getting lots of these downgrades and lots of bad news involving Elon Musk and their sales. Apple's dumping, big rug pull. We're watching to see if it could hold around 220 at least for now. So I could be looking for a little bit more downside. Coin looks bearish. We could be testing 175 again. No sign of a bounce as we're down 20%. Amazon's down about 2%. We're watching to see if we could hold 190. For now, we are still weak. Meta needs to reclaim 600 at the very least. If we do, we have some hope. It's still very weak in the after hours, especially because of the fact that we're seeing Mark Zuckerberg holding selling a lot of the shares. So we could be dipping to about 585. Microsoft could be dumping all the way down to about the 375 area if this continues to dip. Google's on a downtrend. We're going to be looking for a move back down towards 165, so be careful. Overall, the bears have a bigger edge. The VIX has been on fire. We did make a high over here on the VIX. We did retest these highs very close to the 30 area, which is a tough resistance. So we'll have to see if the VIX gets some kind of rejection. There's also a bearish divergence on the VIX. There's a triple bearish divergence on it, which typically suggests it's going to get a big rejection. So my indicators show there's going to be a big bounce coming eventually. We're not seeing it yet, so it may take another day or two. For now, the market remains bearish. Until we get that bounce, I will change my view. But for now, we have to be very unbiased and follow the price action. So follow the price action. If we can't hold our key levels, do anticipate a little bit more downside, another downside move. I do think a bounce will come eventually, but we're not there yet. It's still taking forever, so give the market some time. The recessionary fears are still perpetuating. I thank you all for listening. NIO could be retesting 4.3 as we dip. We'll see if we get a bounce from there. Have a good day, guys, and peace out.